Hey guys, this is Oshi and this is going to be a walkthrough of, or not a walkthrough, a first impression of my birthday deck. This deck was supposed to come out, I can't even remember, but around February, and a good friend of mine gifted it to me, and now it's finally here, even though my birthday is long gone. But it's inside edition, so there could have been things that wouldn't be in the best. We all know that with inside edition, but it's not a tarot, so I was like, you know what, it's Marvel, it's okay. What I'm gonna say first is that, the promo picture that was used originally looked like this deck is going to connect to the MCU, the cinematic universe, and I know that. I don't really know the comics side of things because I don't even know when. I mean, now I know they are available here in Hungary as well, but reading comics wasn't an easy thing or by default for a lot of people here. They were not sold everywhere, so it's not like you could just walk into a newspaper stand and get a comic. It wasn't like that, especially not something like this. So there are a lot of characters, turns out, that I don't know, which I don't mind actually. But that just a heads up, if you're more familiar with the cinematic universe, watch the flip through, see if you want these cards with these keywords and little sentences, big key phrases, because you're gonna see, some of them make sense as in a reading if you don't know the characters, but some doesn't really. So yeah, this is the box, which okay, we have a lovely autumn day, an actual lovely autumn day, so I'm not shining out the sun. We're gonna enjoy that. This is a two-part box. I really like it. I like the size. Unfortunately it was a little dented because sometimes Book Depository assumes, or I don't even know, misguesses which size of a box they should put a deck in. And sometimes I get it a little dented, but these are the cards, and like I said, there's a flip through, so you can check them all if you just if you don't care about what I say. But let me just say that the guidebook, okay, so they're full, not full color, but colored pictures of the cards, which is always nice. I don't necessarily require them if there are numbers on them, but these are in alphabetical order, so it still takes a little looking around, especially because there's quite a few doctors and stuff like that. But what I wanted to mention right away, that there's a mislabeled card, which is quite annoying, to be honest, because I want to use the card, and Captain Marvel has the key word or key phrase, seize the day, and Hela should have something else, but she also has the seize the day, which is kind of annoying. In the guidebook you can see that Hela actually has all things must come to an end, which makes much more sense for a goddess of death. So I will do my best to somehow edit it out, even though this is not white. I don't know how much you can see from from the sunlight, but this is a grayish, whatever, warmish, sepia, whatever color. So it's not like I can just use something that would hide the text and just rewrite it. So it's gonna look out of place, which annoys me. But yeah, and this is where quality check comes in, and I understand that people make mistakes, so it's not me like, oh, it's not perfect, because obviously I made the mistakes as well. Something similar with my own deck. I had a typo in decks before, but I'm just one person and this is a big company, so I don't know, it's quite disappointing because it actually makes the deck a little harder to use when you have to edit in and out key phrases. Other than that, you get a nice description and what the card is actually all about, which is something which that is good, because I'm gonna show you a few cards where where I like the keyword. For example, look twice, sleep once. That's a phrase that you can use even if you don't know anything about Black Widow. Or, yeah, I mean, it's a cliche, seize the day, but you can use that. I'm just here for the snacks. I think that only works if you know what that pose stands for. Because, you know, if you okay, maybe you can say that this deck is only for fans, but it, on a bigger level, it shouldn't be. So, you know, I'm just kind of annoyed. Also, Hawkeye? That's not Hawkeye. So, that was one that I wanted to... For example, the What Are You Really Protecting? I read it in the guidebook, and that's all about confidence and, you know, who you are without your suit and stuff like that, which is really, really good. But there was a Shine Your Light or something, but of course I forget who the character was. It was... Okay. Yeah, there's Winter Soldier, which I don't know about Wiccan. I don't know this character, but I'm like, okay, need to check. I'm gonna find that one, because okay, like maybe I should check the guidebook. So this is the part that I thought that I can just Spectrum. So yeah, sorry about that. I just read the description. I read the keyword or key phrase, read the description, and completely forgot to pull out the card. And what it was, Spectrum. I don't know Spectrum. Sorry. Like I said, I'm more I'm familiar with the cinematic universe, not really with the. And you're gonna be blinded by the light, so I think that's cool. These are the backs, by the way, which I really like. And you know, it's official. These are really nice. Comic inspired styled paintings, so I think that is really nice. But if you look at it, it's all about stuff like have confidence, that like Spectrum, you know that you can lead, but you don't have to. You know your own strength, but you have nothing to prove, which is a really good message to get in a reading, you know, that you don't have to prove anything. And let her appearance inspire you to seek new challenges with every assurance that you're at the top of your game and you will only get better. But I don't get anything like that with the Be Blinded by the Light. So what I'm also thinking is that I might just scribble keywords on top of these when there are where there are enough place. If I don't use it often, then I will forget what they mean. If they stuck easily, then it's not a problem. It's just something that, you know, we need to look for when we're checking out an Oracle deck, because there's no already set up system that we can, you know, rely on with Oracle decks. Another thing is I don't really like the card stock. It's a bit sticky. It's not as bad as Supernatural. It's the similar cardstock or finish, but the cards are thinner, so they are more, I don't even know, I don't want to say flimsy, but I don't see any core. I mean, if I would, you know, really get on it and, I don't even know, rough handle it, I probably would just mess the whole thing up. But it looks like it shuffles nicely. I mean, even I can bridge it back, which no. I mean, if you're subscribed, if you haven't, please do. But if you have checked any of my, you know, videos, you know that I suck at bridging back decks. This bridges back. So this might be another case of, oh, it looks flimsy and I don't like it, but in reality, it actually is a really good cardstock for a deck. I can't, you know, say that for sure for a long run, but it actually shuffles easier right now with a riffle shuffle than an overhand, which is interesting. Like I said, it's similar. The finish is similar to the Supernatural Tarot, which you all know that I love to hate. Let's get one card, but it's not... Okay, not as thick. So let's check Storm, because we're kind of going in the S direction, I guess. Oh yeah, something like the Spider-Man places to be, webs to shoot. That key phrase is, yes, it's all about Spider-Man, but it doesn't, like, that's not, for me, not usable in a reading right away. Like, nothing came to mind that I mean, like, be busy, but that's, okay, I might come up with something like busy yourself, and that will help you not overthink things or something like that, but, you know. What does it say? Oh, it's about balance, okay. But like, see, with Spider-Man and the balance, you could have added balance as well somewhere, maybe under it, which I would love. And I understand that, you know, they try to, oh, we didn't check stone. They try to be different, obviously, and that's a good thing. But sometimes for a, you know, especially with an Oracle deck, usable keywords are everything. Because if you just have characters on it, then even if they are beloved, they don't really do anything that can be used. They're just there representing themselves. And if you don't necessarily know anything or much about the character, it's not usable. In my personal opinion, you know, it's nothing against any decks or whatever, it's just for me. So I should say that, you know, for me. Also, I love that it's colorful because, you know, like, things are, did I manage to, yes, obviously, I keep managing to mess up the shuffling, or not, or just whatever. So, you know, it's really colorful, but if you look at the box and that tone, I kind of would have enjoyed a version with those colors as well. But Thanos, all I see is in my grasp. That's funny, in a non-funny way. So we have Unleash the Thunder with Storm, and when she appears in the reading, the forecast calls for time to reflect on what you have achieved and how much you have accomplished. I love that they love using italics for emphasis. You have recently completed or are very near to completing a major goal. How can you share your knowledge? How can you create a legacy of mentorship like Storm? I don't get any of that from either the card or the key sentence. So we will see, you know, if, like I said, if the meanings easily stuck, like you read the guidebook once and I read the, okay, I should stop using the you. If I read the guidebook, you know, once, which I will obviously do, and can remember, I love that, and can easily remember what the cards are standing for, then, you know, it's not a problem. It just takes time, and that's completely fine. But if not, then that's a problem. But we will see. This is just the first impression, so, you know, I'm just saying what I'm looking for when I'm thinking about, you know, working with this deck. So yeah, I hope this is useful. Like I said, that one card, you know, with the missed labeling, that's, to me, that's pretty annoying. I hope that there's gonna be a second edition at least, even though I won't get it because I don't have money to, you know, buy decks that I already have, at least not currently. Let's hope I can do that in the future. But you know, that shouldn't be something that is expected of people, so it would be nice if they would, you know, send out replacements for people who reach out for them. Though I don't think they would do that. I understand why not, but, you know, blah blah blah, would be nice. But yeah, this is my first impression, and let's hear about you guys. Do you know the comics more of Marvel, or do you even know Marvel, or you just know the name but you don't watch the movies, you don't care for the comics? Would you be interested in a deck like that? Or you know, by default you just go that, it's for fans, and ignore it, which I think is a problem for the company because they can lose people who would enjoy using their decks. But hey, this is a very specific deck, so I will understand. But okay, thank you so much for being here. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, like I said, what your take on this deck, and check out my second channel for readings, and my Instagram for daily October readings. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Have a lovely day, the best possible. See you in the next one. Bye.